Almost Famous Radio podcast with your host, Jeffy McJefferson. Let's go.
And welcome to the Almost Famous Radio podcast. Jeffy McJefferson here. We're in Branson, Missouri. Yeah, I know. That's cool. Well, why don't you introduce everybody?
Well, I've got my best friend of
41 years.
41 years? Oh my God, that makes us sound old.
41
years sitting across from me, and we only get to see each other about once a year or so. So this is always a good time. We weren't supposed to come out here this year, but we decided to. So, of course, the first one I hit up is Tammy, so we can hang out and do all the fun stuff. And then we've got her Bo. Her Bo.
The Dusty.
The Dusty.
Yes.
And we've hung out with him a couple times, and he's pretty cool, too.
Oh, I try.
We'll
I do my best.
My name's Bo.
we'll approve.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so what we usually do, we go.
Next subject.
We go around the table. What's everybody drinking today, Rayette?
I have a Malibu Splash watermelon, and when that's done, I'm going to follow it up by a pineapple coconut.
No, that'll work, right?
I'm just doing baseline Coors Light.
Just a baseline.
Yep.
Coors.
Just keeping it
Coors.
real.
Coors Light.
Coors Light. Yeah.
Coors
Sorry,
Light.
that's some Ozark Mountain.
I know. They
Stuff
said it
going.
in
Tammy's
Kansas,
I
too.
got my fruity blend in my White Claw. It's gluten-free.
gluten-free,
Well,
allegedly.
she
They're
may
not
have to
too
go
bad,
into
though.
that she used to drink the Coors Light.
I am a Coors
and
Light
we had
person.
to weed
however.
her off of it because she was
the
getting
gluten.
Gluten problems.
little tummy problems from drinking the.
We can leave it at that, dear.
That's what I'm just saying. We're just saying that maybe if
I'm
Coors
gluten-
Light was not,
I'm gluten sensitive.
it was not. So
GS.
TMI.
that's as far as I was going to take it. I
She's
just
like, it's going to go. Let's go leave that bad Larry right there. Right?
That's right. That's right.
All right. So, like Rayette said, they've been friends forever, but she made it to Missouri somehow. How?
I guess it was it was time for a big change.
Yes.
And
needed
I
a
had
big
the
change.
opportunity to make that change, and I took advantage of it, and it was.
And you love it out here, right?
I do, and
Yeah.
it was scary, but it was the best thing that I did.
Yep. I
Yeah.
understand that. When I moved from Klamath to Kansas, big change, but we even took a year and we moved to New Mexico for 1 year just because we thought there was some opportunities and we had to try it. Mm-hmm. It didn't quite work out how we wanted, so we went back, but sometimes you just got to take that chance. And
It's nice to have a fresh start in a new place, and
people don't know you and
Yep.
no perceived judgments. And when you live somewhere all your life, there's a lot of,
Yep.
judgments
I
that
think that
come
was the
with
best
you.
part
Yeah.
right there.
yeah, for sure.
I'll jump in here.
Plus,
and
you wouldn't have
say-
met him.
I'll jump in here and say that I was in the military and I lived in Georgia, and I've also lived in Oklahoma, and I've been to other places in the United States, and Missouri has to be one of the most beautiful states because you get it all. You get all the climate, or not the climates,
Seasons.
but the seasons, and this is. Okay, whenever I was growing up as a child, it was one of those, I got to get the hell out of here. You know how you're
Yeah.
a teenager.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I got to get, and just as soon as I left here, all I could think of
With going home.
was going home.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most beautiful states I've ever lived in, and it has it all. I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean,
all I
it's
gotta say
obviously
about
got
that.
something. We keep coming back to visit. So, I mean, of all the places we could go, you know, in the United States or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, unfortunately, the places that you come to Branson all the time, and it's one of those places that I get sent down here to work all the time, and it's one of those that
Yeah, you don't like it. Yeah.
yeah, tourist place or
it
whatever
is
the hell, and
touristy.
it's kind of like, yeah, I'm not. The only reason why I come down here is because of her, and that's the only reason.
Well,
So,
we know a lot of back roads and stuff, so we don't always
yeah.
have to take the main road. We don't really do a lot of shows and stuff. I don't know, we just do lots of other stuff. Like we've been out on the river or on the lake and
Well, it looks like a river.
golf, and
Taneycomo looks like a river,
it does.
but they call it a lake.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay.
We got some pretty big lakes around here. Table Rock
Table
Lake.
Table Rock
There you
Lake,
go.
yeah.
That's a cool lake.
And yeah. So,
No, I love that lake. That's cool. That Taneycomo's fine too, but it looks like a river.
oh well, maybe I don't.
That's so
I don't
cool.
hang much. I don't get much time hanging out during the summertime. So
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are
my
working probably a lot.
busiest time during the year is the summertime.
That's
so.
true.
Well, you can zip line over it.
We did that last time.
Okay. So you can't zip line over a regular lake. So it has to be
Well,
riverish.
I know, but all lakes have like little fingers and stuff like that. It's not like
Yeah.
just a big old round thing. They have thingamajigs that go off to the side.
Tributaries and
tributaries
stuff.
and stuff like that.
Well,
Thingamajigs.
What feeds the lake is like a bunch of creeks and rivers and
Well, sure.
Yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah. I know the concept of the lake.
Well,
It's okay.
well, maybe where you were ziplining. I'm not calling you ignorant or anything.
There's a
Like, I'm
river.
just saying that.
Down at the Branson
ziplined
Landing.
over this creek one
Over the-
time. They
it's by
called
the
it
landing,
Taneycomo.
Yeah, it's on the landing.
Yeah.
We zip-lined over it last year.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Which I live down in Florida,
Yeah.
and what those numbheads call a lake, most of us here in Missouri would call a pond.
Gotcha.
Just this lakefront property. You get out there and you go, "What the hell is this?"
It's a pond with an
It's a
alligator.
pond.
Yeah, something that will eat your dog.
Right.
So
That's right.
that was just one. So okay,
And they will.
they will.
Yeah. So, and how did you meet?
We met on. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Both of
You tell the
guys.
story.
It's an open-ended question. So,
It was a dating thing on Facebook. What was it called?
Facebook dating.
Thanks.
Called something or another.
I think it was.
Facebook date. Anyways,
I don't even know. I have no idea. I
It
didn't
was
know
a
they had
dating.
that.
It was like a dating thing. It was on Facebook,
Oh.
and
you
so
go on there and you,
I thought it
you
was
do
a little
your app and
safer than
stuff
some
like
of those
that.
other like
Yeah.
online dating things because
Okay.
those can be kind of creepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know they had that.
I didn't know they did either.
But it was a long time into it before she started sending me nude photos and stuff. Like that.
Stop it!
So, who messaged who first?
He
I
messaged
messaged
me,
her first, and
and I screenshot the text to document it so he couldn't blackmail me later.
Nice. Good going. Good going.
So everybody knows where you're at.
CYA.
Yeah, it wasn't me; it was him.
so this whole thing is my fault.
Yes.
So.
Well,
There you
yeah, we're dudes, man. It's our fault. Everything's
always
our
your
fault.
fault.
But anyways, you got to go for it, right? That's what I'm.
You got to go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I sent her a message. I can't remember. It was just the normal. Hey, what are you doing?
For like a month before we even decided to go ahead and meet up for an actual date, and that was
That's
the
good,
tractor
though.
pulls.
And then,
That was the what?
The tractor pulls.
yep.
The track.
So
The
it
romantical tractor
So
pulls.
romantic.
it was one of those. She talked how she likes racing cars and
So
stuff like that.
tractor pulls the same thing, right?
Kind of, sort of.
Well, it's a motorsports, I guess.
They had pulled pork sandwiches.
Hey, winner.
Also, that qualifies it for racing.
So I sent her a message saying, hey, you want to
You
go
like
to
race
tractor
cars?
pull?
You want to see tractors?
You think my tractor's sexy?
Well, we're hicks around here, so goddamn.
Well,
You know?
I didn't know. I thought that was the thing.
Here's the whole
It's out in
thing.
the country.
You know what's funny about
Maybe
it?
that's like race car driving to them. I don't know.
No, but you know what's funny about it? It worked.
It was a pulled pork sandwich.
And I lied about it too.
He did.
you lied about.
I lied about it.
I was trying to
because
be safe to bring my own vehicle, and then
I told her that the parking was out in the middle of a field and it had just rained. And so I messaged her and say, we should meet in the parking lot in Mount Vernon, which is my hometown, just not 15 minutes from where the tractor pull was going on. I said, it's a open field where the parking lot is and it's muddy, so I should probably take you out there because I have a 4-wheel drive truck, so I should take you there.
so I couldn't make an escape
Yeah, so she
that way.
couldn't.
I was strapped 15 minutes away from my vehicle at a tractor pull.
At a tractor pull.
That shit worked.
Yeah.
So we went out there to the tractor pull, and
First one for you, right? First ever tractor pull, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
excuse me, but not to sound like a dumbass or anything like that, but it was my first tractor pull as
Oh, okay.
well.
All right.
I didn't know how this shit was going to go down. I enjoy tractors and I enjoy trucks and stuff like that, but for me to just, woo-hoo, there's a tractor pull this weekend, let's go make that
We
shit
got to
happen.
go. Yeah.
But there's pulled pork sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's got to have those pulled pork sandwiches, eh?
So anyway, so we go
It's not
to
a tractor pull without pulled pork sandwiches.
we
Didn't
go
get
to
my
the
ass
tractor
eating
pull,
lettuce.
And so it's like anything else. You see so many, I don't know, you go to a sport and it's one thing after another, the same damn thing.
Sure.
And we get bored of that. And what do?
Pulled pork sandwiches.
Pulled pork sandwiches. Let's hit some dirt roads and just drink some beer.
There you go. Booze cruise.
So we did that, and then we managed our way to a bar and shot pool.
Okay.
And so,
After that,
I forgot to bring this up at the very beginning of it. I did bring you flowers
you did. And chocolate.
and chocolate. I brought her.
What?
Okay.
Yes. When I met her in the parking lot, I said, I don't know if they do this anymore, but so I brought out the flowers and I gave them to her and
And he opened the door for me to get into his truck, and then he handed me the flowers and the Dove chocolates, dark chocolates that I like.
Wow.
And then the
I never
flowers stayed
heard
in
that
there.
part.
The flowers stayed in there for the entire weekend because we both forgot about them.
Those some special
by
flowers.
God, it was the
The thought was
it was the
there.
thought that counted, damn it.
I know
Yeah.
he didn't.
That was nice. That was actually really nice.
It was nice, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So then we spent the rest of the evening dirt roading it, which I don't know if in Oregon you know what dirt roading
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Just driving on the dirt roads and bullshitting with each other, listening to country music on the radio, and
I know what it is.
Drinking
I'm
beer
I'm from Southwest Oklahoma. I know what that is.
I think that was one of the best first dates in my entire life I've ever had.
And the stargazing
Stargate,
in
yes,
the back
we
of your
stopped.
truck.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
See,
And
that
we
actually
did-
sounds nice. I mean,
Yes, it was.
It was okay. We had
unplanned too. Like so.
total spontaneous.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
the first part of it was planned, and then after we got bored of watching the 20th,
We were like, you want to do this? We're like, okay.
Are you about done here? And we said, okay, leave it here.
Yeah.
And then,
You're
full.
both saying.
I'm full.
You're both
Yeah.
thinking the same thing, but nobody really wants to say it.
but no, that was
We got to leave her out of pulled pork. Go ahead. Yeah.
let's go tame some cows or something.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes you got on? Let's go.
Go tip some
Can you
cows.
tip cows in
Want
those
to do some
sandals?
snipe hunting
Yeah.
tonight?
Take Take off your wedges, honey.
Yeah. I brought your own pouch of beech nut.
Now, you bring that up. I had a cooler of beer sitting in the back of my truck, and I brought that just because
That sealed the deal.
I thought, well, if all else fails on this date, I got me some cold beer in the back of the truck anyways.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
And so we
Backup
pulled up to
plan.
the tractor pool, and I said, if I remember, I don't know if this is going to be too forward or something like that. I popped the lid off the cooler and handed her a beer, and it just happened to be what beer she was drinking, and so I brought the right kind of beer too. So,
Wow.
damn, I was hitting all sparks that night.
Man. You did it good.
And
I
yeah,
know.
and here you are still.
Yep.
How many years?
Well, we're starting our 5th year now.
Yeah.
See? Chivalry is not dead.
I know. I still open the door when she wants me to.
Jeff tried the whole opening the door for me at the very beginning.
The car door.
Like the car door. Yeah. Let's get straight. And I was just like, I mean, it just takes a lot of time for me to wait for you to open the door, blah, blah, blah. But so we kind of mutually
Threw that out the window.
through that one, but he still will open every door for me, and I will always go through first. And he's definitely got those southern roots that,
Did I do that for you, baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
yep.
And I try to help out around the house whenever, some dishes need cleaned and stuff like that. I'll jump in the middle of doing that because it's one of those that needs to be done, and laundry, and she takes care of me. She fixes me dinner. And so I think it's a trade-off. I think it's been one of those that
It's nice to have that give and take thing. Like, it's not just like give all the
Yeah.
time where
Yeah.
you get it back in return.
Yeah, Jeff does most of the cooking, almost all the cooking. And if not, we go out and I do the dishes. So
Yeah.
I don't do both either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she.
It's pretty mutual.
Well, we made that deal.
Yeah.
We
is
made
it,
that.
is it a really you made a deal, or you just understood it and you just
No,
said,
we made a
Oh,
deal.
it was a flat
Well, see,
deal.
okay,
this
so
is the
here's
way
the-
shit's going down.
Things
a
are
flat
different too when you don't have children in the house. When it's just
Yeah.
you and another adult, it's like, okay, let's be responsible and
Yeah.
split things up, do whatever.
Well,
'cause
it's like
we're only
for my
cleaning up
first
after our own
marriage,
stuff.
I did everything. Mm-hmm. And so when we got together, it's kind of like, you want to do dishes or cook? And he's like, I'll cook.
2 seconds flat.
I'm like,
That's
okay,
the-
I'll do dishes.
yeah.
I don't care. And every once in a while, I'll throw something together or whatever, or I'll help him out with side dishes or, something like
well,
that.
yeah, it's a,
But he is the main cook. Now if it's baking or something, of course I take care of that. But he is definitely the main cook.
Yeah, I can't do the baking.
But you guys have an understanding and you guys
Yeah.
balance it out, and that's the important thing.
Yep.
Yeah, given the choice, man, of cooking or doing dishes, man, that was easy.
Yeah.
well, I understood that where my role was after the beatings.
Yeah. Well,
And then I thought, okay,
Sometimes
well,
it takes
I'll
a
go,
few.
I'll go along with this deal.
But
Yeah.
now you understand.
I
right?
understand where my role is.
yeah. Once those, yeah,
Have the bruises gone away?
yeah.
Finally,
For the
I've
most part,
healed.
there's no scarring.
Finally,
Okay,
I
good.
have
Lo
healed.
and behold,
Maderma works.
the beating stopped.
Supposedly, I fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
That's what
There's
we
no
all
stairs
say.
around the house, but
There
you
you
know,
go. Yeah.
that's how clumsy I am. I
story.
found some stairs to fly.
I stepped on a Lego and I hit my eye on a doorknob. We have no kids. So
But now I do all of the dishes
Yes.
on command.
On command.
it's amazing how that worked out. Worked out beautifully, right?
Hey, that's what a relationship is about, though. It's 50-50,
It's 100.
Well, okay, it is 100. You both have to give 100%.
But you have to realize that there's that both parts. You can't just be taking it all
Nope.
I think it's one
or
of those.
giving it all.
Yeah.
Also, as a grown up, as you're standing around looking, hey, this needs to be done. It might, maybe I'll jump in there and do that instead of one of those that,
I'll wait
that's
for her
her
to
job. And
I'll get her. She needs to get around to doing that.
Finally, her lazy ass will go do that. Finally.
Jeff was probably thinking that with me cleaning the house.
Now, usually if I'm walking around her place and I see something that needs done and I think it'll help her out, I go ahead and jump in on top of that and do it. And like I said, the beatings kind of subside after I do that. So everything is good to go.
So it works out in your favor.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Good job.
Lesson learned.
And while I'm cowering in the corner, she'll throw me a piece of meat or something like that, and I'll be good to go.
A fish stick.
Did the doctors do a wellness check to make sure you were alive because they hadn't seen you in
No,
the,
I have
in
a
the
sticker.
ER?
I have a sticker on my door. The do not disturb thing, do not resuscitate thing.
Apparently it works because they haven't come and checked on me at all.
Jeez, well,
Sons of bitches.
that's not cool of them.
I dropped Jeff off at Cartwright's yesterday so he could drink beer while I clean the house because I don't like to clean the house when he's home.
That's
You have never dropped me off at a bar while you're cleaning the house.
that's a beautiful thing, isn't
That
it?
is abuse, isn't
Well,
it?
if we had one house, that might happen. But we got 2 houses to take care of. You need to take care of yours, and I need to take care of mine.
I just read that as a negativity right there.
I read it that you're not going to get dropped off at the bar.
I read it as her house is going to keep clean and mine's going to go to shit.
Yeah, I think that's that was
And then I'll go to the bar.
that was an unfortunate statement for you, Dusty. I thought I was kind of hoping she was going to go, oh man, maybe we should do that too, but that's
I know,
not
I'm
the
just
way it
living with
works.
the abuse.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Whatever
I
keeps you in line.
cry myself to sleep. And wonder
But
why.
did you die? No.
No, I did not. And the bruise
You
is
didn't
finally
die.
healed.
Ice packs do a wonder.
Yeah,
Frozen peas and molds.
That's
it
right.
molds on the face.
That's
Just
right.
told me
'Cause you
quit
sure as
being
hell don't
such a
wanna eat
puss
'em.
and walk that
A
shit
hell of a lot
off.
cheaper than those steaks people put on their black eyes.
that's right.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, did that ever work?
I
don't know.
No.
Putting a steak in, get a black eye.
I've seen
people
that
put
a long
steak
time
on
ago.
there.
People put steak on their eyes when they got a
Instead of
black
like
eye.
just frozen peas or something on
Just
there.
I
something
know
cold.
you're not supposed to
I
put
don't know.
ice on your eye
But-
because the ice on your eye is not supposed to be good.
Well, probably not on your eyeball, but if you
I
had
know,
like,
but I mean, ice pack.
so if
on
you
your-
got punched in the face and you had a black eye, what are you gonna put
But I
on
wonder
there?
where that came
I don't
from.
know,
like
but I
the
don't
whole
want to test
steak
that
thing.
out tonight.
Yeah.
So just calm down.
That's
Where
what
do you
I'm-
think that came from? That whole steak thing, like
Putting a steak on your eye.
Maybe because it's back when they had refrigerators.
it's
They didn't
cold?
have freezers when it was just like an ice box.
oh,
And you
maybe
didn't have like
You-
ice.
and maybe you just
so that
had
was the
that's
coldest thing was to have
thing that
some
could
meat.
form,
Yeah.
kind of.
Maybe.
Because a
Maybe.
piece of meat would form.
Because think about the old
Yeah.
refrigerators.
Yeah.
If they had like an ice box part, it was
it
like
wasn't much.
as
yeah.
for an ice cube tray. I had
Yeah.
a rent. I mean, one of my first apartments that I rented, there was like one of those tiny refrigerators, but the ice box, the freezer part of it, was literally big enough for
yeah.
an ice cube tray.
Maybe that's it. That would make sense.
I know.
Or maybe
don't
they
know.
were just using a child's face to thaw out the meat for dinner.
Maybe.
Because they didn't. Here, put this on your face. What time is it?
Yeah.
Let's leave this on for about 5 to 7 minutes.
And then flip it.
We lived in Southwest Oklahoma. My mom put it on the window ledge outside, and it's almost like a microwave. Because it got so hot. I mean, you can thaw out meat in no time.
I bet.
And so-
Ugh.
How many bugs landed on that?
If only we had like a computer of some sort, we could look up these things and say, where did this information come from?
Yeah, I didn't know if anybody knew off the top of their
I'm
head.
sure we could go into the internet. And
Well, yeah, the Google. You go to the Google.
anyways, let's drink beer
It'll
and
all
talk
sh-
about shit. So
It'll all show up on our phones later. It's all listening to
Because we're
us.
going to go, we're going to go to the phone on that. You got
Funny
your
story.
Phone,
Funny story
you
about
got your
that.
phone right there.
Funny story.
So do you,
okay.
yeah, don't
so
you?
this
Yeah.
is kind of embarrassing for me, but anybody who knows me is just a part of me. So I have stomach problems, okay?
and it
the
better be funny too.
And the gluten thing and whatever. So I was having a gluten weekend, let's just say, and it was not a good situation or whatever. So the conversation of POOP came up.
Yeah, nobody
quite a
knows how to
bit,
spell.
okay?
No, none of my listeners know how to spell. So you're good there.
This is Oregon people. They may not be able to spell.
That's not over. You're
So I
sorry.
go back to I'm the main one at work who plays music through our Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
So all of the ads until noon were about poop. And it was saying there was poop this, poop that, poop, 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 poop. And they're like, what were you doing talking about poop over the weekend, Tammy? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. And I'm like, it's true. It's true because I had that weekend and that was kind of very much part of our conversations.
And the phone picks it up.
Yeah. So my commercials at work were, they were saying poop, you have poop problems and poop. And they're like, Tammy, what are you? And I'm,
Big Brother's listening.
I don't know, but
That is no shit because that one weekend we were at the house.
Literally.
This is off the poop program, but we were talking about
But no
English
shit.
muffins. Remember, we were talking
Yes.
about English muffins, and all of a sudden on my damn phone on Facebook, there was
Everything
fucking
English
Yeah.
muffin stuff.
Those English muffins
Sons
came
of
up.
bitches.
Okay, fact check.
Fact
The
check.
idea behind putting a steak on your eye is because the meat has been sitting in a refrigerator or freezer. It's nice and cold and will help the swelling and bruising go down by constricting blood vessels and decreasing inflammation. However, putting raw meat on an injury is just not safe.
Okay. Maybe. That's why they stopped it, I guess.
it's cold, but you might get salmonella.
So
Thank
there
God
we
my
have it.
eye went down, but now I've got the shits.
Yeah. And then I blacked my other eye
And
because
then now I'm going to have poop commercials on my Spotify.
exactly.
Maybe you'll have this podcast on your Spotify.
It is. It is on
Sometimes
Spotify.
we talk about poop.
It is on Spotify.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Great.
So
Now you talked about poop even more. So.
yeah.
Handwork. Woo.
Poop and work. Poop and work.
Work is poopy.
I did that. You know what? I tried to do that. Just get like talking about something like that to see if my phone picked it up. And my experiment didn't work. But then if I'm not thinking about it and talking
will.
about it, then the phone picks it up. I don't know.
What was it? Oh, we went to Torrid today.
Yeah.
Did we not? Okay, so we went to Torrid today, and we come out and didn't find what we wanted.
Is it close
It's a
door?
women's clothing
Clothes
store.
Oh, okay.
And so we get in the car, and he's backing out, whatever, and I'm open my phone up, and I go to my email. First email, a Torrid email. I showed it to him. I go, look at here. I haven't shopped at a Torrid in forever. Like,
3 years ago.
yeah. And here, this Torrid email came through.
Yeah, it was an email.
Right as we came out of the store.
It wasn't even an ad on Facebook. It was a freaking
Weird,
email.
right?
Wow.
Saying I have 2 points, and if I get 248 more, I get like $5 off.
Well, thank God my phone don't come up on most of the stuff I talk about throughout the day.
Yeah.
Because there's no telling where my phone would be sitting me. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. I'd
the
be.
government's coming looking for me.
I would.
They're probably scoping you out now.
The
He's
government's
on
going,
the blacklist.
that sick son of a bitch.
Yeah. He did what? With what?
He's been on our list for years.
He did that.
No,
With
they'd
that?
be going, he did that? Yeah, we know.
And then they,
saw this
and then
shit
they go,
coming.
okay, he did that with that, and then they guys go, yeah,
And
we,
then he
we
stopped.
have a long list
That
of.
crazy fucker, we thought he'd go all the way.
Yep. It's a soap opera for him. Everybody has bets at the station house. When's he going to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. May 19th has just passed. Damn it, I lost mine. I'm out. I'm out of the freaking deal.
What the hell do they call that at the office whenever they have the
Oh, like the
Office
the
pool.
football.
Office
the
pool, yes.
Office pool, yeah.
damn it, I lost.
Yeah.
Dusty lost it. You son of a arresting me. You
Yeah.
son of a bitch, you cost me $20.
Yeah. Why the hell didn't this happen 3 days ago, man? That's what I had. That's the date I had.
And why didn't you go all the way? We thought for sure it'd be at least a suicide.
Yeah. But no.
Took out 20 people in a suicide.
That sucks.
Son
Yeah.
of a bitch.
I'm out $20, man. You owe me, boy. That's right.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, Okay, next.
He's like, next subject. Pull up your next index card.
I just wish y'all could have saw that in person right there. He sits up so straight with a straight face. Okay, next.
Next.
Whenever me and Tammy call every damn night, we'll start off on a conversation, and I shit you not.
My popcorn brain with the hamster wheel.
Just looks like a
like fireworks.
Like a pinball machine. We just our brain. I think that's one of the reasons why me and her get along so damn well is because our brains act like that. It's a pinball machine. It's just we go from one subject to another, and it's like.
And you don't remember how you even got off of that thing.
Yeah, we won't,
And we don't care. It's like, okay, good night.
Anyways, it's 9 o'clock. I gotta go to bed. We'll pick this up in the morning.
Pinballed around enough for tonight. My brain's tired.
That's exactly what happens with this show. I mean, because we never start with too many topics, and then it just goes just crazy.
Well, I think this is a good example. You asked us how we started out, and then we got on poop.
Yeah. So, it can go that way that fast.
I mean,
any
turn you can.
I don't know though. I feel like any subject can turn to poop pretty fast.
Yeah. Speaking of bullshit, one show we did back there that turned out to be one of the funnest and greatest shows, and I can ask you two about it now because was with the Bigfoot episode. We had a Bigfoot episode, and I think we've touched on it a couple of times, with other people. But Tammy, you are from Oregon, right? Born and raised.
Yep, until 2018.
Bigfoot believer.
Well, of course, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I am not, by the way. You really believe in Bigfoot?
I don't, but that's what was always.
Yeah.
It was like folklore, I guess, or something, but I never saw any evidence. I just heard stories and.
One grainy picture.
Yeah.
And that's it.
The same grainy picture.
Yeah, but you also have to look back on. Okay. So the thought of a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
The normal person looks at that and goes, the hell are you talking about? But then you go back and look at all the stories of even Indians talking about it.
Okay.
And all the stories back in the old days and stuff. Is the Bigfoot now? I don't know.
But see, the Bigfoot, he didn't roam around our area.
Yeah, but the strange thing about it is that we didn't have the internet. We didn't have the phone. We didn't have...
And we do now, and we still don't have pictures of him.
I know.
Our pictures can take pictures of the moon. Why cannot we get a clear picture of Bigfoot?
What I am saying is that the stories of all the Native Americans, and as I said, they didn't have the internet and stuff like that. So the stories that go clear across the continents and the world, the Yeti, which is basically
Or is that more a folklore thing?
Is that another Bigfoot story then?
Is it just
how come it's so similar? It's just that polar bear, environmental differences,
or cultural differences.
Culture different. So how did they come up with all these same stories of basically the same animal running across the plains? Yeti, Bigfoot. Okay, what's the difference? What's one polar bear, black bear? I'm just saying I don't know if they exist. I just find it hard to believe that these stories,
like similar
they're
stories,
so similar, and yet we didn't have
everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
I said what you're
saying.
And
back in the day, we didn't have.
So it wasn't. So you're saying it wasn't just like a certain area, like Pacific Northwest, or.
And
they're the ones who really are fed into this Bigfoot.
I had legit people who were Bigfoot hunters that came into our office, and they were different people.
Sure.
But they were wholeheartedly into their mission of finding the
but
Bigfoot.
You also have these individuals that are professionals, like police officers and stuff like that are just normal individuals going throughout their lives that have stories that they saw something out there. I don't know what it is. It may go back on the UFOs. I mean, UFOs, my God. Unidentified flying objects is what that is.
Yes.
So, what did they see? I don't know. I was not there whenever they saw it, but I believe they thought they saw something out there that was weird, and therefore you can't call them crazy because they go, I don't know what it was, but I think it was a Bigfoot.
Right.
If it's a big-ass goddamn animal running around out there, and there's only so many options you have, and,
Yeah.
Okay, they found dinosaur bones enough to put together a dinosaur. But I haven't seen Bigfoot bones to put together a Bigfoot. Rayette brought this up last time we were talking about it. I was like, okay, that's an interesting point.
That is true. I never thought about
look
that.
how old the dinosaurs are. And they have found enough bones to put together dinosaurs again.
So there's got to be some bones somewhere
So
along
where
the
are
way.
they, though? Like that nobody has ever found them to put them together?
And prove it.
And prove
Actually prove
let's
it.
throw this in here then.
Because
We're
I would
talking
like
about
to
that.
believe it. But
The dinosaurs died off, and okay, let's go with the meteor hitting the ground and all that kind of horse shit, or whatever the hell went on back then. I don't know. I'm no scientist or anything.
The Big
like that.
Bang.
The Big Bang, or whatever the hell, and it killed them all off at one time. Correct?
Allegedly.
Okay, so there was nothing around to eat the carcasses of the dinosaurs. Correct?
Okay.
There was nothing left, right?
Well, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If the big meteor hit the ground and covered the entire
Planet.
Earth and killed off all the animals, and then eventually the ground covered the fossils.
I got
correct? Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
Okay, right now we don't have a meteor hitting the ground, so if something dies off in the out there in the woods, you got critters out there chewing the shit out of the bones and stuff like that. So you don't have any skeletons and stuff like that because there's critters eating everything up.
That's if you believe in the Big Bang Theory.
No, I'm just throwing this theory out. I'm just making this up
No,
as
I-
I go.
Yeah.
Because if something dies
Just a
out in the
theory.
woods,
There's
all
some
the critters
Something's
go
gonna
around
eat
there and just scatter it and chew up the bones and the carcass and stuff like that, and it becomes poop somewhere. We understand that, right?
and we're back to poop.
If a deer dies in the woods, there's enough critters out there that will
Sure.
eat it up. Back then, when the dinosaurs were around, there was nothing around to eat that, and the ground just covered over the top of it and left the bones in the ground.
If they were the only inhabitants of the planet.
I thought the whole idea about the meteor hitting the ground was that it killed off everything.
Well, that's what you said. I mean, but
I'm saying this is what
Okay,
they're
so
saying.
then where
No.
did all the new animals come from?
That's what.
yeah, once they killed
Yeah,
everything off.
that's what we don't understand
Yeah.
either. Where it's like, okay, so your theory
No, I'm just
is
throwing a theory out
No,
there.
I know.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
you. I got you. I just thought.
I'm not saying that there's a Bigfoot around there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I don't
mean,
know if
I
there's a Bigfoot
see your
around
theory, but then I'm like, okay, so now we have all these new animals. Where did they come from?
exactly.
If everything was killed off, like they say, where
Evolution.
did it
and
come
and
from?
that's the
Like-
thing too. Where
The thing about it is,
Yeah,
that
there's just
they're
a lot of
finding
questions about that kind
They're
of stuff.
finding new species of animals and bugs on a daily basis
Oh, sure.
throughout the entire world.
Well, sure.
And for us, I'm just a truck driver. I don't know what the hell's going on around here.
Yeah.
And for me to theorize that I know everything about animals and bugs and stuff like that, I don't have a goddamn clue. Is there a Bigfoot? I don't know.
Yeah.
Could there be a Bigfoot?
Sure. I mean, I think they're
Well,
good.
that's what a lot of us came to the conclusions that we don't believe in Bigfoot, but we'd like to. We don't believe that Bigfoot exists, but we'd like to believe that Bigfoot exists.
But there's not proof that it doesn't exist either.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean,
I think that the whole theory behind we haven't found any bones of anything.
I think that's the thing right there too.
Yeah, but that's one of those. You start
then
talking.
does it
You
even
start
exist
talking
if
about.
there's no
not
proof?
one bone.
Yeah, so does it even exist? And if there's not any kind of bone or anything of proof of life
skull,
of this,
something.
Yeah,
like,
but you got to look at the territory that they're claiming that the Bigfoot exists in. How much of that territory is
Raw.
open range
just
and
raw.
and are they out there excavating it and are they looking for it?
I mean, they
Or
say
is it
normally
just-
wooded areas.
Yeah. So California, what's that? The land that they call that? Anyways, the mountain areas in California, towards Oregon and stuff like that. What the hell did they call that?
What the
Like the
Siskiyous?
Sierras and the
Sierra
Siskiyous.
Nevada,
The Siskiyous.
whatever the hell. So how much of that land is actually occupied by humans and how much of it is open range, just mountains and regionist areas that,
Well, yeah.
I mean,
And that's what that's what everybody understands. That's it's uninhabitable.
Yeah.
yeah. So
But-
you come across, you're walking a trail or
But you got
something
these
like that,
you got the
hiking,
quote
and you
unquote
see like a rib.
Bigfoot hunters.
Do you go to someone and go, hey, I saw a rib on that. I saw a rib out there on that trail. You need to go check that. No, they're not doing
That's
that.
probably Bigfoot.
I think that may have been Bigfoot. And his penis was this big.
No, it's obviously small because he didn't really have he can't really use it much.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
I-
have never even
Hey.
talked about the Bigfoot penis.
Yeah, well, if he had if he had it and he was using it, man, wouldn't there be a lot of big feet?
The fucking dude that was
You know?
Yeah, there'd be
talking
a
about
lot of
that.
Bigfoots.
I was out there and I got raped by a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Did
There
you hear
go.
that, dude?
Hey,
There
Right.
may have been something wrong with that guy.
yeah.
I'm guessing you
And
may
see,
be
that's
right.
that's another thing. You get some hammerhead
So you got raped by
comes out of the
Bigfoot.
damn wood line and goes, "I got raped by a Bigfoot." And that kind of, oh, great.
That was your cousin, cousin Billy.
Couldn't they pull that DNA from him?
Seeing
Right?
Bigfoot sitting there, I didn't do shit, man. I didn't do nothing. I didn't look at him. He's got 3 teeth in his head. I would never. I'm too good for Billy.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what I'm talking
he
about.
brings to the truth about a toothbrush being called a toothbrush,
Yeah.
not a teeth brush.
That's how you know they were invented in Arkansas.
That dude ain't even my type.
Yeah. Well, see, Bigfoot would have to come out of hiding just to defend himself on that.
Yeah.
So he would be on like Maury Povich. Bigfoot, you are not the father.
Yes.
You know. So more, yeah, he'd have to open up that program.
Funny
Yeah.
show.
And we got the lie detector test too.
I swear to God, Bigfoot impregnated me.
I got raped by a Bigfoot. Well, we're gonna have to probe your
Yeah.
ass. Oh, never mind.
We need that DNA.
I'm all right,
Yeah,
thanks.
the lie detector
child's very
determined that was a
hairy.
lie.
It was just some dude with long hair.
Well, Bigfoot can
Freaking hippie. It was a hippie living off the grid.
I may have been raped by a Bigfoot, or maybe a guy from San Francisco.
Yeah. It could be. It could be. But that was a if you listen to that episode,
That was a good show.
it was a good show.
Yeah.
Because they went off on that, and then like people
They did
being,
go off on
and then people
UFO
being
aliens.
assholes.
Oh, and
Oh, did I
aliens
miss
too
something?
for a little
What
bit.
are we talking about now?
His podcast.
No, we're talking about if you get a chance to listen to that show, listen to that show. But and then it evolved into people being assholes.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine something like that going on.
No, we were talking about like walking down the at Walmart, where you drive in the parking lot, the aisles,
Oh.
and where
Wait
they
a
walk
minute, are you
down
talking
the
about when you-
middle.
Wait a
Where they
minute.
walk down the middle instead of like moving to the side.
Yes.
Or
Yep.
Yes.
being assholes like that. Like
Yeah.
and you're driving behind them
Yeah.
as they're walking to.
kinda like
And they're like,
We're
la,
not-
la, la.
We're not
la.
talking about the obvious assholes that like shoot up schools and shit. I'm talking about like assholes, everyday assholes.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Left lane riders.
Yes.
Golly.
Left lane
Bitches.
riders.
Fucking sensitive.
Yeah. Yep. And those who do not know how to put a cart back in the cart bin.
Shopping cart back. Yes.
I tell you, if you see Dusty's face right now, he would totally agree with what I just said.
We now know what grinds his gears.
Branson driving in the dump truck, it grinds his gears.
Yes. Nanny and Pawpaw.
So is there anything
Yes.
like that you know of that pisses you off? Just people, somebody just pisses you off on a like.
I shouldn't say anything because I love my job, but sometimes
no.
some of the people in my job that I
No.
associate with my patients are.
Oh, I have the same thing.
She might
Yeah.
You guys
also
can keep
throw
going. I'm
into
just getting the
this is that she's dealing with an age range.
That's
And,
that's a huge thing too, because I'm like on the older end.
Where we were taught back then that
So the doctors are like in their 30s.
Right.
And the
The assistants
are even-
are 18 to 28, whatever. And here I am. I'm 54. The office manager is in 40s. Even the practice manager, I think, she might be my age, somewhere around there.
Well, look
but
at
there's like
Shayna.
there's such a range.
She's the general office or the general manager of her practice, and she's 33.
Yeah.
So, same thing.
well, it's one of those that. So us
Because-
three sitting here right now because he's in there
With the different
touching himself.
The
We-
different
we
We
Getting
grew up
another
in a
refreshment.
different age of time that work is work, and you do your shit
suck it up and,
and
go to
suck
work.
it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
And
yeah.
It's gonna. Yeah, we're not dealing with those people anymore. We're
No,
not.
they'll call out for
My
work.
feelings
for,
are hurt.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
what'd you say? That one gal? I'm not. She called in sick because
We had one chick
I'm not
call
feeling it.
I'm not feeling it today. That was her excuse for
wow.
calling out for work. I'm not feeling it today.
Yeah, that is kind of an asshole.
Okay, well, I kind of don't feel
I
it.
don't
feel
feel
it
it
every
any
goddamn
day.
morning, but somehow or another, I find my way.
Somehow I find enough caffeine to get me there
That's right.
and do my job like an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
The work ethic has went away.
Yeah, it has.
And showing up to work. So these people need the job, and I mean, I know what I make, and I don't want to miss a day. And I think, do I really want to miss out on this amount of money a day can I make it to work and do my job? Yes,
Yeah.
I can. I'm going to go because I'm not going to,
Yeah.
But these people that are making slightly above minimum wage are so fast to call out. And then they're the ones, I can't afford this and that, and I need to get some more hours. Well, then maybe you should show up for your regular shifts.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
I mean, that's a crazy idea, but
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
schedule
understand it
your
either.
appointments for not work days.
yeah.
We normally don't work Fridays. We work like one Friday a month.
So they can schedule them on Fridays or
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy. Every
It's-
time I hear her, I don't know how these people pay their damn bills.
I
Because
don't either.
We've went through this question a lot because, like, everywhere, people are always calling in. They're just doing this, that, and the other. I'm like, how are you living?
How?
How are you living?
We
And
both
they're-
make decent money.
and like she said, they're the first people to bitch moaning about, I can't
Not
pay
having
my
money,
bills.
yeah.
Well, goddamn, show up to work for
Yeah.
the love of God. Do
Yeah.
what everyone else in the world is doing and be an adult,
Yeah.
a
Go to work,
responsible
and
adult.
you'll have the money
Yeah.
to pay your bills.
Yep.
I can't. Oh,
And doesn't that term adulting, that irritates the shit out of me. Just say, I'm adulting today. Haven't you heard that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dumb.
well, that's.
Even though that's what they are not doing, they are not adulting.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're the
But-
ones not doing
Yes.
it. That's why
But-
we're not using that
That's
word.
like that's life.
That's just life.
That's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah. Adulting. I just think I think it's stupid sounding. That's all.
It is stupid sounding.
I mean, I guess I guess
Why does it make the?
it just irritates the shit out of me.
Because it's what you're
There's a
supposed
lot
to
of
be
stuff
doing.
like that irritates the shit. I mean,
The
term,
phrase adulting.
the term adulting irritates me. I hated social distancing too when it came. out.
I understand
All
that.
of those
Okay.
2020 terms, I
Yeah.
swear to God, I was ready to gouge my eyeballs out.
I don't understand why. Okay, adulting. It's, basically, you're just being an adult and
Doing what you're supposed to do.
No,
do as.
But the
Yeah.
ones using that
Yeah.
term are
I
not
got
the
that.
ones
oh,
adulting.
okay,
I
I
got
get
it.
that then. That
I just
Do
don't
you
being,
use that term?
huh?
Do you
Adulting.
use it?
Well,
No.
goofing around with
With-
her.
because we're making fun of the 20-year-olds.
Yes.
Yeah.
But none of us here in this room
No.
use it, and we all
No.
go to work and
Yes.
do our.
I don't feel like
adult
adulting
stuff.
today.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to do any
So
adulting
I'm just
now
gonna
that
today.
you
stay
do it
at
like
home.
that, I
I'm
can
just gonna stay at
understand
home
what
and
you're
do
talking
my
about.
gaming
And I'm like, shut
or
the hell up.
whatever.
Yeah, I need to stay home and game.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, and that's another boy. The gamers are. That's the
So
big
what's
deal.
with professional gamers? Do
I
they
don't-
actually make money?
Yeah,
How
so
do
they
make money?
They make videos and stuff of them playing the game and post it on YouTube. And the more users or watchers and stuff, viewers that you get and subscribers to your channel, they make money off of that.
So they watch to see how you get through different levels of a
Yes.
game or something?
Yes.
There
Yeah.
are people out there that watch other people play games.
Yeah.
That's how lazy it is. Is that I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to watch someone else play.
So I'm
this
going to spend
game.
the hours watching someone else do it so then I can do it.
I wonder
and
if they
cheat
consider
my way
that
up there.
adulting.
That's what my boss said that to his kid. He goes, "What are you watching?" She goes, "I'm watching this person play Minecraft." And he's like, "What the heck?" He goes, "You're watching someone else play a video game." And he went into that with her and all that kind of jazz and stuff like that. And I was like,
Now,
okay.
Amari will watch it on YouTube.
Well,
Sometimes,
yeah.
like when I have to take him to work, sometimes I'll bring him to work if we're short babysitting, whatever. I'm not missing work because I like the money, you know? So I'll just take him to work and he's really good. And I'll put on YouTube and he will sit there and watch people play the video game because I don't have the video game at work for him to play, you know? So, I mean, he'll watch it and stuff like that, but also he's 5, you
He's
know?
not making a career out of it.
No.
Right.
No, not yet.
Not yet. He probably could.
He probably
First grade's coming.
right.
Yeah. So I'm going to get off this because it's kind of, pissing me off a little. But every time I talk about assholes, I start getting pissed, and I'm like, I can't do this all the time. And but I do want you to explain because what we're going to do tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So at Top of the Rock, there's this really cool trail, and I've walked it a few times, and it's all a Johnny Morris man-made like waterfall thing, but it's freaking spectacular. It's awesome, and there's all kinds of like cool little things along in there. But then they also have like a golf cart thing to where you can like drive your way through it,
Yeah.
take your time and do whatever. But it is spectacular. It is so beautiful, and it's super super fun.
And I heard there's a bar in there.
Well, so when I went through
cave.
there,
Yes.
yeah, it says something about that,
That
but it
why
must have
I'm
been.
going.
It must have now in that cave when I went in there. There was no like bar thing going on
Maybe
in there.
that's something new.
Well, it may have been off season or something too when I went at that time. But there are in that cave there are inside waterfalls. There's lights and stuff in there too. So it's just like it's just super cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're excited to do that.
And just let everybody know, she said it's a Johnny Morris thing. He's the Bass Pro Shop guy.
Yep.
So so just a
yeah.
We just talked about him this morning
Yeah.
about something that
His thing has been recognized as a museum now.
Yes, so he got a tax write-off for the his big-ass museum that he's got in Springfield. So he got a big tax write-off on that. She was kind of...
I'll send that to you. Hold on.
She was kind of down talking to him, stuff like that. And I was going, yeah, but how many people does he employ?
That's true with all of his stuff and
92 Bass Pro Shops
Yeah.
throughout the United States. And
He's pretty philanthropic too, isn't he?
and he also owns the, what the hell is that called that I told you this morning?
Cabela's.
Cabela's.
Yeah,
He also,
Right,
They,
yeah.
they
and I brought
took
that
over
up to her
Cabela's.
that how many times have you ever got a job from a poor man?
you haven't.
That's true. That's
But
true.
yeah,
So
I sent the video to you.
you can be kind
for
of
that.
pissed about Johnny Morrison about of all. In fact, I was just all hauling asphalt down to his Thunder Ridge thing down here.
okay.
And it's kind of one of those that Thunder Ridge, goddamn, yeah. I made a bunch of money hauling asphalt down here to his new amphitheater or whatever the hell it is, but I'm going, okay.
And all of those places, they are
and he'll
spectacular
throw that
Yeah.
money
to
around
go
to make that shit nice and
Make it happen.
bring people around and hey, you go for it, buddy. You can pay me all the damn money you want to. I'll take it all.
I think he helped design that 19th hole at Tigers course.
I think he was involved in that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called but yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Don't they have the PGA thingamajig down here now?
Well, I know that the Champions Tour, was playing Top of the Rock because that's a Jack Nicklaus course.
I don't know.
But it's I forgot what that 19th hole's called. It's at the Tiger course at Paynes Valley. But I think that was a Johnny Morris hole that he.
The only thing that upsets me about this whole thing is that he's got this, from what I heard, his big ass museum there in Springfield, which, by the way, is where Springfield Bass Pro originated at.
That's right.
We are the home of Bass Pro Shops.
Yes.
But anyways, he's got this big, so back in the day, whenever I first went through it, he'd have like little exhibits about the side of this room and have taxidermy, like let's say a deer running through something like that. And you could go through the museum and see these deer. And from what I understand, it's very expensive to go through it. And I thought, well, why can't you, Missouri people, why can't you give them a little bit of a discount? Yeah, Missouri,
or even at least a Springfield,
something or nothing.
a Springfield
No.
resident.
Goddamn, he's got that up at the top on paying for you go through, which I've heard it's very nice. I haven't paid for it. I don't know. Maybe
I've been through
I'm a
the
dick, I don't
aquarium,
know.
but I haven't been through like that to that part of it.
But I remember back in the day before they made the big one that they got going on right now. It was very nice, and
Yeah.
all the animals that was put in there, it was either they died from something or
It was all humane.
humane something. Regardless, you could see animals that were taxidermied in a state that in their place.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Surroundings,
Like a diorama type deal.
Okay.
And it was very cool back then. I don't know what they're doing now. Sorry, I'm spitting all over the place now.
That's right.
I got carried away.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I haven't spent any money going through it now, so I don't know. It just upsets me that here we are, Missouri people. We should
As
be
a
Missouri.
state resident, you
Yeah.
would think
At least a
maybe you would
discount.
get some kind of discount.
Like Disneyland, they give discounts for going through Disneyland if you're a Florida resident. So why can't we have something like that?
Yeah.
What's up with
Oh, I
that
didn't know
shit
they did
there,
that,
Johnny? Johnny, give some love back. What the fuck over?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just saying.
I'm
I
sure.
mean, I think it's a
I'm
legitimate.
sure Johnny's not going to listen to this.
Yeah, Johnny ain't gonna listen to this at all.
You know. So,
Johnny could give a shit.
yeah, you
He's
know,
just
you know,
sitting back there rolling around in his money, going,
yeah. I don't want to see some podunk idiot dude,
"That was
man.
me licking my finger and touching my nipple." By
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah, so I'm sure Johnny is doing that right now. Yeah. But
so on to the next course. What are we talking about now?
actually, we're about to wrap this up.
Oh, we're about done.
Yeah.
By God, we did a good job, didn't
We
we?
did a good job. I think this
This
was
I
is,
fun.
think we covered all the bases, didn't we?
covered.
Well, you
We
licked
went
your
everything
nipple,
from first
so-
date to Bigfoot to Johnny
Okay, so
Morrison
we'll-
And poop.
licking my nipple.
What did you learn today?
And poop.
What did
He
everybody?
likes to
did you
talk
learn
about
today?
poop.
Okay, that's what we learned today. Okay,
What did you learn today? There,
It always-
Miss Tammy?
I
Yeah.
learned that I got to spend some valuable time with my best friend.
there you go.
Good deal.
There we
I
go.
like it. I like it. I like that. How many years you guys been friends for now?
41.
Over 40.
40
Yeah.
years.
Yep.
You can't put a price on that.
Nope.
A friendship of 40 years.
No, it's a,
And we can go a long time without even talking and pick right back up just like we haven't missed
that's
a
what's
day.
awesome.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
She hasn't run away from me yet.
Not yet.
I keep coming back. I keep coming back for the abuse.
Oh,
Just
well,
like Dusty.
I know.
You're a glutton for punishment, is what you're saying.
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
thing,
I
yeah.
keep on taking it in. Love it.
All the beat downs again.
I don't know that I've really learned anything from this, but I enjoyed.
No, I
I
don't even know why I asked that. I never asked that.
I've enjoyed that.
What have you learned from this, Missy?
I ain't learned shit.
There's no way anybody can learn anything
Okay,
from
Dad,
any.
hold on.
Yeah.
Let me figure out what I'm supposed to say so I don't
Yeah.
get grounded.
Nobody learns anything from this damn show. All
No,
right.
whenever you talk to people, and I think this is a rare thing anymore, is that you can talk about a certain subject and without fighting with anybody or arguing,
Yeah.
you can actually carry on a conversation with someone and take in their perspective, what is going on,
Yeah.
as opposed to whatever.
Yeah.
You're just racist, you son of a bitch. I'm sick and tired of your homophobe. Yeah, whatever happened to that to America
Yeah, yeah.
is that the four of us can sit around a table and talk about different
Yeah.
things, and it is what it is.
It's just fun. It's
you
a-
took what
it's a-
I took, and I took.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
It's just our little escape from reality.
yeah.
That's right.
Why
It's
can't you
fun.
talk about things and
Yeah.
just goof around and drink beer and talk about shit?
That's
That's
the whole
exactly
thing.
what it is.
Literally.
Literally.
And here we are back to
Literally
poop.
it's going
Back
to come
to the
back
poop.
Told you.
If I
back
learned
around.
if I
The
learned
time-
anything today, that this conversation will always go back to poop.
That's
The
right.
title of this will be the poop emoji.
Yeah. And just like poop, we are out.